So for breaking the color barrier in baseball, Jackie Robinson is credited with the integration of professional sports in America.
The baseball great teaches one boy powerful lessons in the Rose Theater's production of Jackie and Me.
Yeah, Kori Radloff is here to tell us about the historical home run. Thanks for stopping by.
Nice to see you.
Thank you.
The story of Jackie Robinson, it includes a little bit of time travel, right?
It does. We've kind of related it a little bit to the old TV show Quantum Leap in some ways.
I used to love that show,
right,
by the way.
exactly. Yeah. But it tells the story of a boy named Joey. And Joey has this amazing ability that if he holds a baseball card, he can be transported back to that era. So when he's given an assignment for Black History Month to write an essay on a famous African American, he immediately thinks, oh, I'm going to write about Jackie Robinson. So he takes his card, he borrows it from a friend, and is immediately transported back to 1947.
What makes this show special, do you think?
Well, you know, I think obviously it brings up some topics that we don't always talk about with our kids. We assume that maybe it's a little too hard to talk about when they're that young, but it approaches it in a way that's very kid-friendly, very family-friendly, and allows us to open those doors of conversation and talk about things in a way that is really relatable to our kids. And it's an important conversation we need to have.
Yeah, it is. What's the feedback that you've gotten? It opened last weekend.
Right. It opened last weekend, and we have 2 more weekends to run. We are really getting fantastic response. Lots of emails and Facebook posts and tweets back saying that the kids just are really engrossed in the story. One of my favorite emails that we've gotten was about a little 4-year-old who was literally at the end of the show on the edge of his seat, you know, standing just waiting to see what would happen, because not only is it this wonderful historical show, but it also is an adventure story, and we're not really sure, is Joey going to get back? There's some twists and turns that you know, have you biting your fingernails a little bit about what's going to happen.
The lessons that Jackie teaches, is it about his treatment within the game, his love of the game? What are those lessons?
It's a lot about the idea of choosing your battles and deciding how do we fight and what is the best way to fight those battles. In the beginning of the story, we see the main character, Joey, has some trouble with his temper. In fact, he even gets thrown off of his Little League team. And when he goes back, he learns directly from Jackie that sometimes the best way to fight is to be, you know, strong and be a good role model and not always respond to those people who are, you know, who are attacking you. And we there, you know, we don't pull any punches. Jackie has some not great things happen to him. We see that he gets death threats to his family, and that, you know, some of the players won't, you know, play with him. Right.
Well, that brings up the question then of age appropriateness.
Right.
So you said the 4-year-old earlier. You told the story about the email. So at what age would you recommend bringing the kids in?
We're really recommending it about that 5 and 6 and up, but you know, everyone knows their own kids the best, and I think that you have to gauge that a little bit. We have a great resource on our website. We call it the Going to the Rose Guide, and in that guide we talk a lot about what people can expect when they come to the show, things that they might want to talk about with their kids before they come and after they come on the ride home.
Right, the conversation.
Get that conversation going and help parents really approach some of those topics that maybe they aren't exactly sure how they want to talk about.
Those are always helpful. What's the best way to get tickets for the show?
You know, our website is really the great way to do it. You can buy right there on the website.
We have a great website, you
we
know.
Do.
Whoever's in charge, give them a pat on the back from us. Thank you.
Absolutely. And they can also call our box office and get us tickets.
While you're here, any other shows coming up that you'd like our viewers to know about?
We do. In just a couple weeks then, after Jackie moves on, we will be getting ready for Leo Leone's Frederick, which is a great show for, especially for the younger kids, a little field mouse trying to get ready for winter, and his family doesn't maybe appreciate all of his talents quite so much, and so he has to show how he really is a unique and special character.
Yeah, well, Jackie and Me runs now through March 16th. Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. You can see the show times right there. Just go to rosetheater.org or just call the box office at 345-4849.
Thank you.
Good info.
Nice to have you here. Great idea, too, on the show, Mike.
I'll take my kids. Yeah. Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you.